It's main event time.
It
here
is.
at ye olde TCS.
Main event time as the Toxic Tour, along with Valdivia, will take on Just Vibin and Dustin Nguyen.
This next bout is the main event of the evening and will be decided in a single fall.
Oh, we've seen Toxic Tour with their battles and issues with the Wind Dragon. As you hear Valdivia's music preluding him out to the arena here tonight.
Introducing first from Chi-Town, Valdivia.
Valdivia making his return.
Valdivia is in great shape.
Well, I got a moment to speak to Valdivia before the show, and he said at this current point in his career, he's in the best shape of his life. As lean as he's ever been, his speed and agility has increased. He's hitting the gym a little more often. The strength levels are increasing. Said Isaac Morales is his inspiration. Well, Toxic Tour making their way out here. As I mentioned before, having their issues with the Wind Dragon Dustin Nguyen and a losing effort at Super Texas Contender Series, as they believe Dustin Nguyen had no friends to back him up in his corner, and for at least the beginning of that match, for first few minutes.
Oh, look at that!
Dustin,
what a view!
Dustin fought that battle alone, only for Diego de la Cruz to appear and stand in the corner alongside the Wind Dragon.
Diego de la Cruz feeling bad for Dustin.
So I guess
sympathy will get you nowhere in this business. Yeah.
Hailing from the Sky Temple, the Wind Dragon, Dustin Nguyen.
Well, Dustin Nguyen out here, ladies and gentlemen, in this main event contest for ye olde Texas Contender Series. Dustin coming fresh off a victory at Rainbow Road against Alfonso Gonzalez. And Dustin motioning to the back for his partners here this evening. There you see Nick and Kenny feeling the vibe here tonight. Crowd favorites here in TCS, Dan, and I mean, we're just a few weeks removed from one of the most hellacious matchups we've ever seen here in Texas Contender Series. I'm talking about the Texas Tornado shootout match that Nick and Kenny fell short for those tag team championships against the Dream Team, as Dream Team just seconds to spare in retaining those tag team titles that evening.
You think Dustin listens to this kind of music? You see Dustin in the gym, slanging and banging to getting hot here? In the Wind Temple?
I'm sure Dustin has his methods. I don't think it's that, but the
I know Just Vibin has their methods.
I appreciate the headgear from Nick and Kenny tonight.
Well, they normally wear that. They could get away with that at any show, not just ye old Texas
like you always say, they get away with this right here too, almost every show.
Come on, ref.
Kenny looking very demure here tonight.
Oh, boy.
Well, Pac and Lee having their issues with Dustin. Dustin enlisting the help of just Vibin, standing in their corner. So I'm assuming, Dan, by what you said about Diego, that Nick and Kenny feel bad for Dustin as well?
I think Nick and Kenny just wanted to get on the show.
Well, we're fortunate to see Nick and Kenny after the hellacious match that they had going through those tables off the top of Premier Arena, off the entranceway. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, if you go back and watch anything on IWTV, go back and watch Super Texas Contender Series 6 in that main event. As Nick, rear waistlock applied to Valdivia. Nick, Valdivia real quick, countering, rear waistlock takes Nick down.
Hey, let's not forget these two have quite a bit of history. Possibly one of the most hottest rivalries in the early days of Texas Contender Series was just Nick and El Valdivia. They tagged back in the day until El Valdivia turned his back on just Nick. They concluded that hellacious rivalry, like I said, in a last man standing match.
A lot of history between these two individuals in the ring. Former tag team partners.
I just said that.
Yeah, I was saying, seconding what you said. It's like that's why Nick has the advantage of Valdivia.
You thought of it first. I thought of it first.
The professors don't plagiarize. Well, you see Valdivia
That's
getting
rich.
advantage. As Nick kicks up out of that head scissor, and now standoff between the two former tag team partners. Lock up, collar and elbow tie up right here in the center of the ring. Oh, nice. Big club to the back of the head.
El Valdivia showing his vicious side here tonight. I like it.
Well, this different side of Valdivia, as we had seen,
Japanese
started
arm
with
drag, holding on for an armbar. Great maneuver there by Just Nick.
Nick with the early advantage. Valdivia getting back up to his feet. No one home on that kick, but that shotgun drop kick connects. Now Nick has Valdivia in his corner, connects with a flying forearm, and now tags in his current tag team partner, the man from Planet Dread, Calypso, connecting with a splash. Nick has Valdivia up, slams him down, puts him in position for rolling J's from Kenny, and there's a cover. Oh, Ortega coming in to break up the count, but Kenny moved out of the way, and Ortega inadvertently dropped an elbow on his own partner.
We've seen El Valdivia and the Toxic Tour together in 8-man action not too long ago, middle of the summer here at TCS. Tag team synergy not quite clicking early on in this contest.
Not thus far, but what is clicking is the team of Just Vibin. As Kenny connects with a two-hand open chop on the chest of Prince Lee, and now tags in the Wind Dragon. Kenny putting Lee in position here for Dustin to follow it up.
What?
With a shot to the midsection.
That was way too funky for Dustin.
Dustin has Lee in control here. Oh, that brutal chop you could hear clear through Premier Arena. And now Dustin Snapmaring over Lee, cartwheel, basement drop kick connects. And Dustin quickly follows it up with a cover, going for a victory here. Unable to do so just for now. Now applying that armbar, trying to keep Lee in position away from his corner.
You know, what I'm interested in this match, Trent, is the egos of Just Vibin and Dustin Nguyen. Are they going to be able to be simpatico? I know each and every one of these guys loves, you know, staying in the ring, trying to go for those victories, trying to get the big win. You got 3 of them right now. Are they going to be able to mesh?
Well, I don't think either one of the individuals on that team have an ego at all. We've seen Kenny and Nick. We've seen Kenny and Nick go through battles tagging together. Dustin Nguyen on the streak that he's been on here in 2024.
We saw Kenny Calypso almost quit because he was sad. Because he didn't get his what he thought was deserved, what he was deserving.
Nobody can get upset when they lose. I mean, I felt like Kenny's rightfully so. But Kenny and Nick have had quite the year thus far here in TCS. Both former TCS champions, very close to becoming tag team champions.
Yeah, and beating each other in the process for that Texas Contender Series championship.
Well, Kenny right now getting beat by Toxic Tours. They team up together on that vertical suplex. Pot going for a cover. Well, going back at it once again. Pac looking to go back to work on Calypso. Kenny trying to fight out of it, but Pac gives him a back elbow, stuns him as you see Kenny in pain there, now draped across the middle rope as Ortega in control of Calypso. And now diverting the referee's attention, Princely is right there, holding Kenny, choking him, using the middle rope to do so.
Great tag team offense by the Toxic Tour.
Toxic Tour doing a good job of working in tandem right there. And Pac taking work to Kenny and now bringing him over to his corner.
Smart move. That's why the Toxic Tour, they're going to be something to be reckoned with here in Texas Contender Series. Zel Valdivia gets the tag in, and he starts to work on Kenny Calypso. Kenny Calypso trying to fight back right now. El Valdivia putting the brakes on, trying to get Kenny back into his corner. Settles for a whip off.
Off the ropes goes Kenny. Drop kick connects on Valdivia.
Kenny Calypso
Kenny
really
making
close
the tag to Nick.
Just Nick.
Valdivia tags in Ortega. Met with a big lariat from Nick is both Toxic Tour members. Oh, a super kick that nearly kicked that big drip hair off of Ortega's head.
Hey.
Oh, sugar honey iced tea from Just Nick. Cover. Only 2 for Nick. Oh, Nick now calling for that headbutt. This crowd is hot. They want to see Nick go up top with a big flying headbutt. And Valdivia right there tripping Nick up, not allowing the fans to see what they want.
Great wherewithal by El Valdivia, able to get in there and stop Just Nick from certainly putting this matchup away, as Pac Ortega showing off that strength with a big power slam right in the middle of the ring, going for a pin. Barely a 2 count.
Well, that power slam right there that Ortega wouldn't have been able to get if it wasn't for Valdivia providing that distraction and taking Nick off the ropes. And now you see Lee going to the ropes as well, dropping a double axe handle across the back of Nick, and Nick reaching desperately to make a tag over to his partners. And Lee cuts him off and drops him right back down high on the head and shoulders.
Absolutely beautiful back suplex performed there by Prince Lee as he continues to beat away on Just Nick, who is far, far away from the tag.
Lee doing a marvelous job of using the ropes to his advantage. And once again, the referee's back turned and Valdivia gets a shot in. And Nick, one more time, reaching desperately, and Lee is there to cut him off. And Nick is back in the wrong part of town here as he is in enemy territory in the corner of Toxic Tour and El Valdivia's Valdivia going to work on the midsection.
El Valdivia, he wants a part of this too.
Valdivia wanting to make a stop on the Toxic Tour here tonight. Now,
I wonder if that's a friendship that could blossom. You think the Toxic boys in El Valdivia, see them hanging out at the Toxic house?
birds of a feather. Valdivia has Nick on the top rope. Nick doing a good job of keeping it from not happening right now, fighting Valdivia off. Valdivia goes down. Nick right back up where he was earlier. Could we see the flying headbutt from Nick? Calls for it. There it is, connecting.
Toxic's Tour is still on the ground, unable to protect El Valdivia from that devastating top rope headbutt.
Well,
as the crowd beginning to arise, getting behind just Nick as he is so close to making that tag. Dustin, Kenny Calypso jumping up and down, wanting to get that tag.
Tag to Ortega, tag to Dustin.
El Valdivia, what was going on there? Some words exchanged between El Valdivia and the
Dustin
Toxic
caught
Tour.
both shots from Toxic Tour. And now Dustin pulling both members of Toxic Tour together, meeting of the minds, and a drop kick, 1 foot for each individual, sends them down. Spin heel kick missed from Valdivia.
Double leg takedown. Whoa!
That buzzsaw kick from Dustin. Oh, the count was broken up by Ortega, and Ortega absolutely irate.
Bach Ortega able to save this matchup for his team as Kenny Calypso enters himself into the ring. Whoa, here comes Nick!
Well, a Boba shot lariat missing. Ortega caught him, landing on his feet. Oh, Kenny with a spinning kick to the head of Ortega. Oh, Lee is right there, tripping up Nick and pulling him in a bad spot. Well, that's going to keep Nick down for a while, and Valdivia with a flying forearm takes Calypso down.
And just like that, the Toxic Tour and El Valdivia able to get back in this as Dustin is left all alone with all three members of the opposing team.
Oh, the $1 Million Nightmare connects, and now covered by Valdivia. Oh, just Vibin diving in to break up the count. Both members of Toxic Tour were ready to celebrate a victory and didn't see Kenny and Nick come in to break up the pin in time.
We got a Pure 6 brawl right now with the Toxic Tour. And just Vibin.
Oh, Vibin takes down Lee and Ortega to the outside. Now Vibin and Dustin inside the ring. Oh, this could be bad for Toxic Tour. Kenny going through, diving, got caught. Toxic Tour held on. Oh, look at Nick. Nick climbing to the outside. Oh, moonsault. And Acai moonsault to the outside from just Nick to both Lee and Ortega, leaving Dustin and Valdivia alone in the ring. Oh, rake of the eyes.
Beautiful.
A rake of the eyes saves Valdivia. Head of steam, no one home. Dustin rolling Valdivia through. Valdivia's up. Dustin going for the fatal count once more. Roll up by Valdivia. He's got the tights. Only two. Valdivia almost stole the win. Wait a second.
Whoa, hey. Toxic Tour.
Toxic Tour.
They're out of here.
Is bailing out. They're leaving Valdivia out to dry here as Lee and Ortega just hanging out of the entranceway, and Valdivia sees what's going on.
Whoa.
And Ortega, obviously, you could see by the hand gesture there that Valdivia is now on his own.
Toxic Tour's had enough with.
Well, I guess we got the answer to the Valdivia joining the tour. Well, Valdivia has Dustin up, could be going for the GTS.
Elka with this all by himself.
Oh, Dustin holding onto the ropes. Dustin holding onto the ropes, keeping the GTS from happening. And there's a roll up by Dustin. Dustin getting up real quick. The Fatal Gale. Oh, Nick with the Boba shot. Lariat, Valdivia down. Tag made to Kenny. Kenny's up top. Shelf. Frog splash. Connecting. Cover. All three men. This match is over. Well, Dustin Nguyen and Just Vibin.
Here are your winners, the Wind Dragon, Dustin Nguyen, Kitty Calypso, and Just Nick.
Just Vibin, the Wind Dragon, stands tall here at the end of Ye Olde Texas Contender Series as El Valdivia hung out to dry by his team. The Toxic Tour here tonight as the victors continue to celebrate with the fans here in Premier Arena.
What a tremendous main event. Wonder what would have happened if the Toxic Tour had stuck around, but that did not happen. Leaving El Valdivia to take on Just Vibin and Dustin Nguyen all by his lonesome.
As the men continue to celebrate here in the ring, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, we want to thank you for watching on IWTV. We want to thank our sponsors for sponsoring Ye Olde Texas Contender Series here tonight. We thank you once again. We will see you next time on October the 11th for Texas Contender Series. For Dan Miller, I'm the Professor Trent Gilbo. Good night from Houston Premier Arena.